I've been thinking and thinking lately about fear in life. Where does this fear comes from? Fear sometimes referred to as being nervous, stressed, anxious. It all comes from the unknowing, being uncertain about things that triggers this fear in us. Us humans, we are so attached to this idea of being certain about things, to know what's going to happen in the next hour or day or month or year. We always demanding this and wanting this in a really strong way. And actually, if you think about it, we are born in this world with complete uncertainty in this life. We barely have any choice or decision about the day, the time, the family, the location of where we were born in. All these details, even the body that we are in, we barely have any choice or decision. So why worry about certainty and wanting to know things in life? However, we have a choice to decide, to accept that sometimes we have no control over the things that we have no control or we cannot change in life. That's the only way to kind of overcome fear, overcome feeling anxious about the future and wanting and demanding certainty, or wanting to know that you're going to leave your house without anything happening to you or your loved ones. What I have noticed with fear, tension, being nervous or anxious, this fear finds a place in our body. It always goes to this part, the tummy, the abdomen, and sits there. That's why you see people when they have exams or something very important, interview, something important in their life, even when it's something joyful as well. You always have this adrenaline feeling going down here in the tummy. That's our center for courage, for confidence, and this is what fears goes into. And really need to pay attention to this fear sitting for too long in your tummy area, in your abdomen area. It will kind of zap your courage and your confidence in life. And that's why you see people having anxiety. Anxiety is all about thinking about the future, the spiral up. We think about the future, about something is not here yet. We are so into this circle. What if this happens? And if this happens, this is going to lead to that. And if I'm into this situation, it's a disaster. And we can't get ourselves out of this anxiety circle. So how do you deal with this vicious circle of anxiety that stems from fear? Is to face it. You ask your mind to stop, or your thoughts to stop, and you set boundaries. You learn to do that. You set boundaries for those ongoing thoughts and healthy thoughts that keep telling you things over and over again about what happens and what if and what if and what if. Everything about the future is not here yet, and you can't enjoy your meal, you can't enjoy the task that you're doing in your hand, you can't enjoy meeting people because you're thinking about the future. You're not paying attention to the moment that you are in. You just face it. And how do you do that? By just sitting with yourself and taking a deep breath, a mindful deep breath. And when you take that deep breath and you exhale it to the universe, to the world, to the sky, and do that a few times, then I would say close your eyes and put your hands on your tummy with warmth and kindness. And just ask yourself, now I feel this fear or this feeling, and I feel it here or on my chest. What is my mind telling me? Just ask yourself this honest, direct question. What is my mind telling me? And when you have an answer about these clear thoughts that represent your fear, pause into that thoughts, hold it to one side. Then again, ask yourself another question and say, what do I feel like doing when I experience this feeling of fear or that situation I am in and I have all these thoughts in my mind? What's the desire? And when you have an answer of the desire that you wish to do, whether it's rational or irrational, just hold on to it to one side again. And again, take another deep breath and ask yourself, what did I actually do from previous situations in my life when I had this desire to run away from a job interview, or run away from that person that makes me nervous, or run away from facing this mess? Did I actually stood there and face the situation? Or did I actually really run away, hide, and more likely numb myself in all these life distractions? Either way, you will have all these answers in your mind, clearly coming up to the surface. Here is the clue. When you ask yourself, what is my desire? What exactly I feel like doing when I experience this situation that makes me feel fearful or anxious? If you notice that the answer is all about running away and hiding and not being able to face the situation, this is where you need to pay attention to. This is where you need to put your foot down, ground yourself, and you need to work on yourself. And this is where I said that you need to set boundaries for your thoughts, because your thoughts do not represent you. And this is where you need to empower yourself and reflect on all previous situations where you felt anxious and fearful and you were able to cope and dealt with it. But if you've noticed, when you ask yourself that, what do I feel like doing when I experience this situation, and you've noticed that you are able to deal with the situation and just sit down there in that interview room, and you were very nervous or fearful with those people, but you were able to answer the questions and you just go on with it, and the situation was stressful and whatever you went through was difficult. And yes, things are difficult in life, and you acknowledge that. You're not pushing it away. It's good to acknowledge that what you went through, it was difficult, but then you empower yourself by saying, but I coped, I dealt with it. My main focus out of these videos, and I think this is my second or third time repeating that over and over again, that I really care about accepting that, and you remind yourself that you can only do your best in life. It's not to give yourself an excuse to be lazy. No, it's just that you've done your best. Things are difficult in life and you've dealt with it and you coped. And no matter what, you will always love and appreciate and treasure yourself. That's the most important thing. Things can be out of our control. And when you appreciate yourself or treasure yourself, it's not about being self-centered or forgetting about others or being selfish. About self-respect as well. You will have people around you, friends, family, and you have so many things in life. But the most important thing is yourself. Yourself will always stick to your side. So I think it's worth taking care of yourself and love it, be kind to it, be that comfort to yourself.